Hi there, my name is David Edelston. I'm the Executive Director of the Friends of Oregon Badlands Wilderness, an all-volunteer organization entrusted with the protection, preservation and restoration of the Oregon Badlands Wilderness. I would think that in the Oregon Badlands Wilderness is where we're in now. I would say this is probably the oldest tree. Again, it's hard to judge how old it really is by a complete visual, because the oldest tree up on Horse Ridge at 1,680 years of age, it's not as tall as this one, and it's not as wide as this one. It looks as gnarly as this one does, but I think the only way we could scientifically judge how old this particular tree is by having a core sample taken.
From Newberry 80,000 years ago, out through these tubes, it hit what is now mile marker 15 and broke through so that it became rootless, meaning there's no more top to it. And that's what flowed out over nearly 30,000 acres here. And Newberry, as they say, if there are 100 things to know about volcanoes, at least 90 of them you can find at Newberry. Because we've got the obsidian, we've got these 400 some buttes that came out of that. Our caves, Arnold Ice Cave, Skeleton Cave. It's created, we obviously live in a land created by the volcanoes. So as it's built up over some thousand years, we suspect anyway, it builds up and then builds up like so. Then over time, it's going to erode, it's going to age. And what we see now is what happens after 80,000 years. And
it's a special place to myself and to all our volunteers and to those who actually come into the Oregon Badlands Wilderness. A few years ago, I was asked by our partners, the Bureau of Land Management, and my sister organization, the Oregon Natural Desert Association, to help protect, preserve and restore the Oregon Badlands Wilderness by forming an all-volunteer group, which was what we did. That was over 10 years ago, and since then it's become a very special place, as I say. And it's just so enjoyable to come out here, either with a small group and let people know what they have so close to Bend, to be able to interpret for them exactly what we do have here as a true wilderness protected under the Wilderness Act of 1964, and to be able to come out from an urban area like Bend, just 15, 16 miles to the west of where we are at the moment, and to be able to experience the solitude, the serenity, and the silence. And oftentimes, if I'm out here by myself, I'll just sit and gaze upon these beautiful vistas, these fantastic thousands and thousands of years old lava formations, and these old growth junipers, which hopefully will mean a lot for my future family and for future generations to come.